All right, everyone. Rosie O'Donnell at this point can be judged to be barely self-aware. There's an interesting article, link in the description, and you should probably look at the photographs in it. You don't have to take the live version to do so. Rosie O'Donnell was rambling about Jeff Bezos' wedding to Miss Lauren Sanchez. And this is hysterical to me, honestly. As a millennial, of course, I can remember the Trump-O'Donnell feud back in the 2000s. This was back when I was in high school, and it was basically the end of her career, honestly. The Rosie O'Donnell show gets canceled. She becomes effectively culturally irrelevant. I think she came out as a lesbian and now probably, I guess she has somebody who's willing to scissor her, but ew, you imagine that. That would be quite a vision. Sorry for those of you that were eating breakfast when you watched this video. I'm sure that that was not pleasant. And I can remember those days. Um, the Rosie O'Donnell show itself originally there was talent behind it. Rosie O'Donnell was reasonably funny, but she fell into the Trump trap of simply single-mindedly criticizing him. Now, because, that is sort of a saturated market, she's going after Jeff Bezos instead. I do not have a problem with a dude who's worth billions of dollars. He owns Amazon, etc. He's massively wealthy. Marrying someone who is clearly more attractive than he is, who is much younger than he is, I don't see the problem here. But Rosie O'Donnell chose to go after her appearance. This is massively ironic to me. Look at the photos side by side. On the one hand, you've got Rosie O'Donnell, who looks, as Trump said, like a fat pig stuffed into a dress. Then you have Lauren Sanchez on the other side. She's had work done. She's had plastic surgery. That much is clear. Am I a fan of this? No. Fake boobs and lip implants and stuff like that. That's not something that I'm really attracted to. But is she much more attractive than Rosie O'Donnell? Fuck yes. Absolutely. I mean, gun to head. You're going to be trapped on a desert island for a year with either Rosie O'Donnell or Lauren Sanchez. Who are you going to fucking choose? 99.9% of people are going to choose Sanchez. Let's just be goddamn honest. There are people in this world that are attractive, and there are people that are unattractive. But even if you've had work done, at the very least, I'm assuming that you're more attractive than Rosie O'Donnell. Your grandma's probably more attractive than Rosie O'Donnell. It's going to be kind of hard to follow that act as far as the hideous department. So for her to come out on Twitter and start criticizing other people for their appearance. My God, you are barely self-aware. You lack self-awareness. There's clearly something wrong with you. And this is bootstrapped, by the way, with her Trump derangement syndrome. Bezos has come out tacitly. Now, I know that this is not authentic, but he's come out tacitly in a gentle sense against censorship on tech, come out in partial support of the Trump administration. I have a feeling that these things play a role with regards to Rosie O'Donnell's hatred of Jeff Bezos. But he's just an older dude who happens to be marrying upwards in the looks department. And then Rosie, I think, because she can't pull it. Here's the problem for her. She knows that she's grotesque, probably doesn't even own a mirror. She's at that point where she's become bitter. She's bitter about the fact that Jeff Bezos has much more money than her and is capable of marrying somebody who is considerably more attractive than him and certainly way more attractive than Rosie O'Donnell. And she has a problem with this. She's bitter about it. That's literally the long and short of the argument here. She doesn't seem to be self-aware of the fact that she is physically hideous. And she is physically hideous. I mean, she looks like that one teacher that you had in your high school that is just incapable of understanding the fact that they're old. and smears on pancake makeup and then rambles endlessly about her ex-husband or something like that. That's basically what Rosie O'Donnell has devolved into. And it's sad because there was a time in which she was actually funny. When she was feuding with Trump, that was hilarious. And Rosie O'Donnell, of course, was one of the parties that was involved. She was culturally relevant. It was hilarious. It spawned literal computer games and stuff like that. It was amusing. There was a time when she had a show that actually was getting reasonably good ratings. The Rosie O'Donnell show did very well for a number of years, actually. And it's sad to see somebody devolve to that point. And TDS has done this to numerous celebrities. They have a career. They've got their own talent. TV show, movies, music, whatever the hell it happens to be. Maybe they're a game developer. But they get severest TDS, and so they single-mindedly focus on Trump to the exclusion of anything else, but it became a saturated market because the entire legacy media became their competitors, effectively, for this one specific issue. Well, if the Rosie O'Donnell show becomes 100 episodes of I hate Trump and here's why, you're going to have a little bit of a problem because you're going to have a lot of other competitors just in that one time slot. It's basically what happened to her. And so now she's been reduced to a shell of her former self. She no longer has any mojo whatsoever and has basically disappeared off the face of the earth for most intents and purposes. Now she's reduced to talking about Jeff Bezos' wedding. Interesting, intriguing. Hell, this video that I'm making right now will be the most attention that you get all day. How does that make you feel? That's about all. Peace out.